everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today's topic is 3 ways to better your communication in business. And if you're excited like me, please leave a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the red button below, and please share it with family and friends. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Always bring conscious of choice. We never do anything that we don't choose to do. Of course, in life, as business owners or even employees, there are things that of course we have to do, sometimes every day, that we hate doing, and that energy transmits. If you're talking about your product but you're focusing on your success, your results, you're no longer present in the conversation, and that lack of attention and care to the one in front of you will transmit. You see, anything we do in life that doesn't come from natural giving energy, we pay for it, and everybody else pays for it. Anything we do out of fear or punishment, if we don't succeed, everybody pays for it. Anything we do for a reward, everybody pays for it. Everything we do to make people like us, everybody pays for it. Everything we do out of guilt, shame, duty, obligation, everybody pays for it. So it's not what we designed for. We designed to give from the heart. So the first thing we want to know is that we can't teach anybody anything. And to have that as an objective is itself creating problems. So we need to change the objective. Let's not try to teach anything to anyone or change anybody. If that's your objective, you will create resistance. Now, you might think now, so what should I do then? Give up? This is the thinking that is being shaped in us by what we call the opponent, which is our negative side. You see, this game of who's right, who wins, who loses, if we can change and win, then the option we think is be a chump and lose. We've been educated to think in those two ways, win, lose, right, wrong. You'd like to get to the place where everybody's needs can get met and people giving to each other from the heart, willingly, not out of coercion. Tip number 2. Let's say someone is behaving in a way to you that you don't like, and you would like to see how do you arrive at the objective to create the quality of the connection that would get everybody's need met. And what I'm talking about is through natural giving. That's our objective. So I would like you to think now about the one thing that this person does to you, a concrete behavior. Now, usually people answer, he has a big mouth. Well, I didn't ask what's his mouth size. We're normally giving an evaluation, an analysis that implies wrongness. We've been so trained to think this way that sometimes we can't separate facts and opinions. All we see is our enemy image, whether it's an individual or a nation. We've been trained to think on enemy images and wrongness. We don't see a behavior, we just see our enemy image. To understand what this person does, we need to separate the behavior from the judgment. An answer like, he thinks he's the only one that has anything worth saying. You're telling me what he thinks. He thinks is an evaluation of what you think going on in his head. The question is, what does he do? The philosopher Christian Marty said, to observe without evaluation is the highest form of human intelligence. A word as blame is a judgment that is already putting an evaluation. The one who blames doesn't see himself as blaming. He thinks he's calling attention to the fact or educating. If you have the word blame in your consciousness, it's going to change the whole energy that you approach that person, because you're making a judgment on them as blaming. Tip number 3. Learn to listen, not just to hear. When you listen with your soul, it's impossible to hear any criticism, harsh marks, or insults. With the hearing of our soul, which is with an open heart, compassion, mercy, all you can hear, it's the only thing human beings are ever saying, which is please and thank you. That's all. All that used to sound like criticism, judgment, and blame are simply tragic suicidal expressions of please. For example, refuses to do. Refuses is a diagnosis. Maybe it's accurate, but it doesn't tell me what is he doing. You want to use instead, says no, I don't want to do it. That's the behavior. Any evaluation on others that implies wrongness is a tragic expression of an unmet need. Tragic because it decreases the likelihood that we will get what we want, even if we don't say it out loud, even if we just think it. Just thinking what somebody else does is wrong decreases the likelihood that we'll get what we want, and it increases the likelihood of violence. It's tragic because we're expressing ourselves in a way that gets in the way of our way of getting what we want and increases violence in our consciousness and in the person in front of us. So this takes training, and in my Kabbalistic Soul and Heart Communication 10 sessions one-to-one coaching, I teach this whole new language where you will learn how to get to the place in your life where everybody's need can get met, and you will learn how to create the environment where people around you will give to one another from the heart willingly, not out of coercion, together according to your character, to your belief system, and your way of expressing yourself. You will actually be able to learn in a very practical way and technique that will allow you to arrive at the objective to create the quality of connection that would get everybody's need met. And this is all through natural giving. So you can email me more for more information or for questions. I will explain more. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and share. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.